Alright gang, welcome back to our playthrough on Beyleron. You join me as it is now July. I am actively starting our second application of fertilizer onto the field we drilled in the last episode. I've made some minor upgrades off camera. Very, very minor. It's stuff we've been talking about doing for a number of episodes now, and we just have yet to do so. I did do a lot of it. It's not fully done, but we did do some of it. Now, what I'm talking about more specifically, don't get too excited, is I put in some more tracks. So the track that we had down there at the end, you can see it. The track we had all the way down there at the end, the small amount that we started over there by where the chickens were, we went ahead and extended that all the way up to here. And I've put in the baseline, I guess is what I would call it, of our little track back to our farmhouse. So we've got some new tracks in place. We've got to really do some more, and we really need to probably get rid of all of the grass around our little yard that we have up there. You know, and make it all dirt or whatever we decide to do up there. But we've got the start of it, at least. We at least now have an actual path from the main track here all the way back to our yard. So, pretty nice, I think. So, we're going to go ahead and get down here to the end, and then I'm going to flip this around and turn it onto a worker. I'm going to let the worker do the rest of this, because we have got some things we need to accomplish today. Most specifically, we have got to head over to those two fields and drill those fields today. We also have one field over there that has a bunch of bales in the actual field itself, so we need to get those cleaned up as well. But otherwise, things are doing good. We've got to herbicide this field as well. So we've got a number of things to accomplish here today, and we'll see how long it takes and what we're able to get done today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the trailer here. We're going to go pick up the rest of those bales. I promise I will never do pink bales ever again. I promise. It was a one-time thing. I had never done a crazy color, and I wanted to try it out, and I felt like this would be the series to do it, since it's a very relaxed series. Uh-oh, we've got something all screwed up here. Operating position. And unload. Unload bales there. There we go. Reset. Perfect. It always, for whatever reason, has some kind of issue one way or another. It's very finicky, this trailer here. But in any case, so here's our nice new track we built here. It's not perfect by any means. It's not a perfect width. Like, it's not exactly perfect the whole way down. It's not the exact same all the way down, but it does the job. It's sufficient for now. We got a lot of eggs growing there, so that's good. I think the chickens may be out of food. They're out of food, so I don't think we have any food we can give them right now, so that's a bit of a problem. We could buy a bag, I guess, or buy a little bit of it from the silo here, potentially, if we can do it from there. If not, we might have to go buy a bag at the store to get them continuing to go with the eggs there, because that's just extra profit for us whenever we decide to sell it. Now today, the sugar beets that are being turned into sugar. I believe sugar is best to sell. It might not be July. It might be September. I know it's kind of a weird month, so it may not be July. Actually, now that I say that, it probably isn't. I'll have to take a look. But we've got some sugar pallets that are going there, so that's good. Things are going well there. Probably need to give a little bit of water to our little outdoor greenhouse there for the sugar beets. I suspect that they're getting a little low, I would think, at this point on water, so we probably need to take care of that. But yeah, other than that, that's what we have to do today. So herbicide the rest of that field, since we're already in the process of fertilizing it, and then we've got to drill this field and the little field over there. That's our goals today. We probably won't put anything down today. I will show you the tracks a little bit better. Well, I'll show you the track to the house, I guess, a little bit better here a little later on, but we won't be really putting anything else down today, because we're going to have enough to do today. And I don't want to make this episode's going to be long as it is. I don't want to make it any longer than that. So, well, we can save that for the next episode. I think the next episode we're going to have little to do. And what I mean by that is it's probably just going to have maybe that little field we made up at the top with the sorghum. That might be ready to harvest, potentially. But other than that, I don't think we're going to have a whole lot else to do. So, I guess, having said that, if it gets to a point where this is taking too long and we're getting into a pretty long episode, I may save that small field for the next episode too. It's a small field, it really won't take long, so if we can add that to beef up the next episode, we can do that. And I'll show you here in a second once we're done picking all these up, the map, and kind of give you the lay of the land there and why I'm thinking there's not going to be a whole lot to do next month. But how's everybody doing today? It looks like we're full, so we're going to go back. We're going to have to make another trip back. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I think this is episode 12 now. We're getting up there. We're getting up there, gang. I mentioned in a post recently, the June update, that we'll likely be getting to 20 episodes on this map, more than likely. It may be 18, who knows, but it'll probably be 20. I don't have a whole lot else I want to do on this map. We were able to accomplish a couple of different and new things, which is really the goal, right? As we continue to play through these, we want to do something new every single map, just to add a little something new to each time. So chickens aren't really new, but that area we utilized is new, and we've got a floating wagon there, so that's fun. We put a house in the middle of an island, kind of cool. We've got that big open air greenhouse we're utilizing, and we have the production to make sugar. So we've done some new stuff, and we've got pink bales. So we've done definitely some new stuff, and that's really the main goal. And we're gonna make a lot of money off these bales. I mean, there's so many bales here. Don't fall! Don't fall! Don't fall! Don't fall! They're gonna fall. I think we're good, except for this guy. I'm gonna move it by hand. Alright, I think they're good. Workers completed the task, huh? Okay. So let's head back here. Get the rest... Ooh, that's bright. Oof. Get the rest of these bales and bring them back here, and then we can move on to the next step. I'm going to go ahead before we do that and flip the worker on to doing the herbicide on this field. Maybe we might buy a new tractor today, potentially. That might be one of the other things we add, but really just depends on how things are going, I guess. Alright, we'll get going here. We may have to refill this. Actually, I would almost guarantee we're going to have to refill this, so we'll deal with that when that time comes. But I'm going to go up here to the end, and then I will turn it onto a worker, as we did just with the fertilizing. It just seems to work best on this field, since it is a little bit of an awkward shape. If I start up here to the top, it seems to be that the worker gets a little more of it complete. We may have to do a little touch-up work with the fertilizing and with this. Once we're done, we can take a look at everything, but we'll just have to see how things go. So let me throw this on a worker, and then let me show you the map really quick, because I talked about that and didn't show that to you here just a few seconds ago, about how I don't think we're going to have a whole lot to do in the next episode. Well, we can knock down those trees, certainly, and we probably will, but ooh, that's a really nice harvester, but we really don't need it right now. 212,000, we really don't need it. That is a nice harvester, though. Here we go. All right, so if we look at this, this won't be ready. This won't be ready. This won't be ready. This one will be ready in the next episode, but that is the only thing that will be ready in the next episode. We could potentially buy that field. No, we can't. Never mind. No, we can't. I thought it was a little bit cheaper than that. Anyway, that's really the only field we're going to have, which is why I'm saying maybe we leave this field so then we have two things to do in the next episode. Maybe. Now, granted, we'll have to fertilize this field a second time and probably herbicide it unless we do it this time. But you get what I mean. We're not, and none of the other fields that we currently own will be ready in the next episode, with the exception of this one we created. So that's kind of where I was getting to. It's kind of where I was getting at. So let's go back here. Let's get the rest of these bales, and we'll go from there as far as getting that field drilled. All right, got the rest of them up. Well, it's not a full load, but again, this is a lot of bales here, so. Do a quick save here. I'm going to flip the help window on again. I just want to make sure I get this right here. Transporting bales, unload bales. Here we go. Try to unload them there if I can. Giddy up. Work. Perfect. All right, leave that there for now. Kind of a little bit in the way, but it's fine for now. That's a lot of bales, gang. That's going to be so much money. Oh, man, that's so much money. I don't even know how many bales there are there, but that's a ton of bales. That's going to make us all kinds of money. If we look at the silage, we know silage doesn't really fluctuate that much. So it is 475, 459 right now. It's not really good. Actually, we could probably just sit there and hold on to those for a little bit longer and make more money. Maybe we will. We'll have to see how things go. But in case, we got to go ahead and get the drill going, and we need to get that big field drilled. Now, what do we want to put in there? Well, I think we need to take a look at what else we have drilled right now, because we want to make sure we kind of change it up a little bit. We don't do the same thing every single time. We don't want everything that we have in there to be exactly the same. So we've got 2 canola fields, so we won't do that. This is an oat field. So I think we do... Let's put a sorghum field in. We have one sorghum field here, but let's put a sorghum field in. The big one. We can make the big one a sorghum field. This one... I'm not sure what I want to do on that one yet, but we can wait on that one until potentially the next episode. I guess it just depends, like I said, how long this episode takes. If it gets to be long enough, 30-ish minutes or so, then we'll wait to the next episode. But if it's still under, then maybe we'll do it. We got to fill this thing up. I just skipped right past it, dummy. Fill this thing up on the way, and we'll get drilling. I've got this water tank in the way because I'm gonna have to unrealistically just push that out of the way for a minute. I was considering starting the episode off with filling that up, but I think I'm gonna save that for the end. Filling up the greenhouse, the outdoor greenhouse. So I had that there in preparation. Not really thinking about the fact that I might have to fill up some of our other tools. Alright. Let's get this going, gang. right, so that field is done. Getting the worker, for whatever reason, had an issue, so we had to go ahead and clean it up for him. I'm probably not going to buy any food for the chickens today. We'll just let them go a month without making any eggs. We're going to get sorghum next month, so we can utilize that for them. Now, the sugar is best to sell in September. I did look, so it's not now, so we're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do, though, is fill this up with more fertilizer, and we're going to get over there and start fertilizing that field. And we're probably going to look at purchasing a third tractor. I think a third tractor would be very helpful on the farm right now for us, because we can utilize that to, we can fertilize and herbicide at the same time, we can roll and fertilize at the same time, whatever. It'll allow us more options. And it'll be good whenever we get to a point where we have multiple fields ready to harvest again, like we just had, right? We had a lot of fields ready to harvest at the same time. It makes it a lot easier when you have more tractors, so you can have workers and things happening all the time together simultaneously, instead of having to, do one field, then go to the next field, then go to the next field. We can work all three of them at the same time or whatever, right? So let's unfold this thing and we'll get this going. Now, we probably will catch up to the drill pretty quickly, I would suspect. This is a relatively wide fertilizer spreader in comparison to the width of our drill. I would like to upgrade the drill, but to do so, we need a bigger tractor. And a bigger tractor is going to cost pretty much what we currently have in funds. So we probably won't be able to do so as far as upgrading it, unless one comes up in the used market between now and the end of the series. So we'll see. But likely nothing there. Looks like the worker missed a little tiny strip there. We'll have to come back and touch that up. I don't know why he would have missed that. That's weird. He is missing little edges there at the end. I think it's the trees and stuff, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I feel like those trees are far enough away. But, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much loss, so I'm not really going to worry about it. There's a lot of empty space over here I feel like we could utilize if we were to expand these fields. I keep talking about expanding the fields, but we still have yet to do it, so I don't even know if we'll ever get to it or not. I guess it really just depends on our time, right? I mean, maybe in the next episode when we have little or less to do, we could, at least prep these for the next time we drill them, if we drill them again. I would suspect we're probably going to do more than likely, well, probably 2 in most of these fields. 2 more drillings, counting the one we're actively doing now. 1 more, potentially, maybe. Because, again, we are allowed to jump months, so we don't have anything going on, which we probably won't after the next month, with the exception of doing the fertilizing, and I can do that off camera. We are allowed to jump months, so we can, jump until something's ready, which is the nice thing about this series. We don't have to sit there and figure out something to do for 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it is, until the canola fields or whatever's first is ready. So we pretty much, with the exception of a little bit, have caught up to the worker here. So we really can't, in my opinion, continue with this. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fold this up. We're just going to leave it here for right now. And I'm going to head back and get the roller. And we're going to set a worker on rolling this field. And then hopefully by the time we do all of that and we get the worker rolling this field, hopefully the worker will be done or nearly done. And we can finish it up for him if he's not done. Alright, we're back with the rolling. I'm going to go ahead and do this one pass with the roller, and then I'll put it on a worker, even though it's not my favorite thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to try to make it a little easier, and maybe the worker won't have any issues with these trees that way, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see how things go, I guess. Recently, I was watching the first episode that Crest2 put out. He is doing a map, an Alaskan map. It's really a gorgeous map. Unfortunately, it sounded to me like, at least the way that he was making it sound, I think he actually even said it, that it is a PC-only map, which is a shame. It's a really, really nice map, and I love Alaska, so I would love to be able to run a series on that map. So it's too bad that it's not available. But if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It's a gorgeous map. The location, I don't know if the location where he's starting at is the standard starting spot, or if it's something he just put down, but he's got big mountain backdrop, a big massive lake. It's awesome. So I'll be keeping an eye out on that and hoping that maybe it'll come to Mod Hub here soon enough. He was saying something about that he doesn't know why it wouldn't be able to be on there, because it's not like a 4x map or anything crazy like that. It's just a, you know, a standard size map, so it should be able to be put onto console, but maybe it just hasn't gone through the whole Mod Hub stuff yet to be allowed to do it. I don't know. So we'll put that on a worker. We're going to take over for the worker here, get the rest of this done. I'm actually going to clean this up a little bit. I'm not going to get all of it, but we're going to clean up some of this at least. The stuff that hasn't been fertilized yet, at least. It's not going to be a huge increase, but it'll be something. Another 5 to 10 liters, probably. I'm going to do this one too, even though we already put fertilizer on it. That's a pretty big strip. We're going to get this done too. Trying to catch up on everybody else's channels. It's been hard to do with the way my life has been going lately. I've been very, very busy, unfortunately. So bear with me if I'm a little bit behind on some of you, but I am trying to catch up to you. There's just a lot going on, a lot of us, which is great. It's an awesome thing to have so many people interacting with each other and doing different challenges with each other, but hard to keep up sometimes. At least for me, since I'm, you know, actively running daily videos too. I'm sure it's the same for all of them. I'm sure they're all having the same kind of issues too. I don't see how they wouldn't be, with as many people that are doing all these different challenges. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling there, so we're almost done here, gang. We'll jump cut this to the end here, and then I'll jump back over there, get the fertilizer spreader, and we'll get this field spread with fertilizer, and probably call the episode at that, because we're gonna save that field, I've decided, for the next episode, based off of what we saw and what I showed you, and where we're currently at as far as our time goes. We're getting up there. I guess I should have continued to record. Byron just had a run at me. He didn't hit me, but he nearly did, and it would have been some good content, some good funny content for you, but oh well, we missed it. So this won't take us long to do this. This is you know, like I said, a wide spreader, so we it should be 2 passes, maybe 3, and we should be done with fertilizing this field, and then it's just a matter of the rolling, which, as you all know, is my least favorite thing to do, so it will always be on a worker whenever possible. Even if I lose a few bucks, it's fine. It does make the field look better, the rolling. And it gives you a few extra increase, but you're probably right. The price of the worker is probably not worth it, the increase, but especially if you're not selling it when it's best. If you're selling it at its best, it's probably fine. You're honestly probably okay. Mountains in the background are nice. I like that. I think I've talked about it before, but we'll talk about it again. Yeah, just one more pass down, and we should be taking care of the rest of this field. So, all right, field is done, gang. For now, we're gonna leave the episode at that point, gang. I'll let the worker continue his progress here of rolling, and we'll have a few things to do in the next episode, but probably do some more tree work, some more wood chip working in the next episode as well. But again, hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. It's free, helps me a ton. Check out all the links. I did fix the Discord link. I've been having issues with that, but it should be perfectly fine now. It should never expire or anything like that. It should all be fixed. So if you're interested in that, you can join the Discord. The link will be down below in the description. All the other channels are down there as well. Special thank you to all our channel members. You guys are amazing, as always. And until next time, well, hold on a second. I need to talk about the giveaway. If you haven't done so already, check the giveaway out. I'm giving away a 1/16th replica of a 1933, 38 I forget the actual year now. Model John Deere, Model BD tractor, I think. Made in 1988, so it's a pretty old model. It's very, very cool. So if that's something you're interested in, and for some reason you have not found that video or checked that out, go to my main page, you'll see it. It should be up there pretty quickly for you. So check that out. It's free to enter, and you can get interested in to win that. But with that, we'll leave it there, gang. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see each and every single one of you in the next episode.